But yeah, we're going to touch on that in a moment. Let's just look at Bitcoin real quick first. We are moving up a little bit right now. Today was an interesting day. We don't really care all that much about what's going on with the Fed and macroeconomics at this point because there's just too many other bullish things happening. But they did have inflation data come out today, which we never really know. Are these numbers real? What are they really? Are they actually showing a lower or higher number than they want to based on their political incentives? I don't know. But it came in hotter than expected. It was up at 3%. And, it had been in the twos prior to that. And everybody, of course, is blaming Trump on the first read. I mean, I never take this number seriously, whether it's lower or higher than normal. So who knows what it really is. But they say inflation is at 3%. The market dumped a little bit off that news this morning. And then, because it's meaningless, really, it started to come right back up. And actually, Ethereum's higher than it's been in a few days right now at 2750 or so. We have Bitcoin almost up at 98K. So it's been chilling out in this zone. And we just need Ethereum to start catching up. I mean, we've talked about all the bottom signals over the last few weeks. On last week's show, in an effort to hopefully get ETH to pump, have just said that I give up. I think it sucks and it's not going to do anything this cycle. I'm just praying for 8K. And that's the stance I'm taking to try to get it to move up. So maybe me changing my mind on it will help. But yeah, we have Bitcoin hanging out here. What do you make of where we're at in the cycle with Bitcoin right now? Many people have been comparing this obviously to the 2017 cycle rather than 2021 because we did have a Trump administration then and overall bullish crypto policy. I mean, obviously much more bullish crypto policy now because, Trump's all in on it. He bought $50 million of ETH today to add to his stack, I saw.
Yeah.
So, yeah, big whales are buying ETH. And I saw one of those mainstream crypto accounts today say something like, hey, everybody, whales are buying ETH. What do they know that we don't know? And it's like, how about the price is low? Don't know. Like it's not
undervalued.
Secret.
It's undervalued, period.
There's no secret out there. There's no crazy thing coming. It's just that everybody's been buying this Solana crap for the last year and a half, and only Bitcoin and Ethereum is low. That's why they're buying it. So yeah, what do you make of where we're at as far as Bitcoin's kind of timing this cycle, Ewok, and then how you feel about ETH?
Well, as far as Bitcoin goes, you really need to zoom out to the monthly, I think, and just keep an eye on this candle that we're working on right now. We definitely don't want a red candle to close below the last one. That kind of signifies a really rough spot. As long as it closes above where we're at on the last monthly cycle, I think we'll be okay. It's bouncing around. It is what it is. But this is the monthly, and obviously, you get a lot of green candles here creating an uptrend, a pretty clear trend line, actually. If you draw the line on here, it shows where we need to go. And in fact, let's just, I didn't mean to do that, but let's do this. We'll draw one on here and kind of see where we want to go and need to go just to kind of keep it within that trend and where the scary number is. And it's you're looking down around 78,000. So obviously the closer we get to this, it'll get tight, and it could just bounce right off of it once it narrows in a little bit. That's another month or two though. So, but yeah, we just want to keep the uptrend going, and it's fine. I don't see anything wrong with that. Have this monthly candle. We're only halfway through the month. It's only 12 days in. So it is a short month, but I think if that can turn around, it's still on the right trajectory. Now, as far as ETH goes, looking at this on the monthly, actually, let's zoom out because the daily is showing a completely different story. We've got a really nice candle today. And I think that is exactly what you said earlier. It's undervalued, and people are starting to pick up on that. I think there was a lot of manipulation happening where people are trying to get in. There's combination ETH BTC ETFs out there that are waiting for approval. There's a lot of things out there that are waiting for approval, and I think there's some manipulation, not to mention all the layer 2 stuff that is sucking fees away from ETH, what normally would be. You've got the Gwei at under 1. It's been under 1. I don't know what it is today.
It's been super low. You're right.
But it has been, and we'll talk about that when we probably get to the
under 1. It's at 0.8 right now.
Yeah, so it's under 1, and if you've got any hex stakes coming up to end, be thankful that it is this low right now, because I do still see this turning around. I think it's going to be super, just a little delayed, but super strong coming on. Now, what will we get to? We'll still get to 20 grand. Who knows? Yeah, that's the magic question. But as far as the ratio, we did pick up a fair amount today. We went from 2.6 to 2.8, 0.028, I should say. So slow and steady wins the race. Would be too overly concerned, but yeah, this is a definitely a nice looking candle for today, as long as it holds and can start a nice uptrend. Yeah, things are looking good.
And we talked about Ethereum last week. I mean, even if, because it's just been so late to get going this cycle, what if the ratio doesn't get to where, because there's the USD price and there's the versus Bitcoin price. And what if the ratio doesn't get to where everybody wants it to be for this cycle? Well, maybe it necessitates, or we need Bitcoin to get to 300K or 250, 300K or something, and to get Ethereum at 15, 20K. Like maybe that, and that would still not be a great ratio for ETH against Bitcoin. So if that happened, I mean, either way, you're rooting for it to go up in USD value. I mean, obviously you want it to do better against Bitcoin. Maybe it will next cycle. Maybe it's just suffering really this cycle a lot with a lot of Vitalik's kind of weird moves and just the Solana craze that we've had so far.
Sure.
But you got to remember, I mean, it's, even though it would not be a good ratio for it to be at only 12, 15K if Bitcoin's at 300K, USD wise, and for the altcoin market, and especially us, because we're very well positioned in what we're in, we're still going to do very well. So a failure by Ethereum against Bitcoin can still be a success for our bags. You know what I mean? So,
and like you said, long term, who knows? I mean, this cycle could have just happened to have been Solana's, the meme coin, and people kind of forgot about Ethereum. But then when you get back to it, they are still, other than Pulse Chain, because we're just as good with the smart contract platform that Ethereum is. That's kind of went away a little bit. It became the meme cycle a little bit, and it doesn't mean just because one cycle didn't do great, it's not still world changing technology, because it is. It really is. The whole smart contract supercomputer platform, it has definitely made serious advancements as far as crypto goes.